Well, shalom, shalom. I'm Barbara, and I'm always short and sweet. Does Ash Wednesday have pagan roots? And why do the Vikings put ashes above their eyebrows on Wednesday? And that is in the historical records. So Ash Wednesdays in the churches. Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent, and it's 6.5 weeks before Easter. And the modern Roman Catholic Church says the ashes are obtained from burning the palms on Palm Sunday. And also the churches say that this is the official day of ashes, and during a Mass, a priest places the ashes on a worshiper's forehead in the shape of a cross. So Ash Wednesday was adopted by the Roman Catholic Church at the Council of Nicaea in 325 A.D. And I just did a video last week about paganism entering the churches, so I hope you'll go and watch that. So Ash Wednesday came from the Norse holidays, and the original idea was to protect oneself from the Norse god Odin. And the historical records, this historian, Greg Portwood, says the practice of putting ashes on one's forehead has been known from ancient times. In the Nordic pagan religion, placing ashes above one's brow was believed to ensure the protection of the Norse god Odin. And by the way, that was always done on a Wednesday. And so Odin is also called Woden. And Woden is one of the gods that is also associated with Mercury, and they're both identified with Wednesday. So in the pre-Christian Norse religion, the laying of ashes was meant to grant the Norse god Odin's protection with those ashes. And the Vikings believed in laying of ashes on a Wednesday. So when the Vikings raided the coastal towns in Western and Mediterranean Europe, they brought their beliefs and practices with them, included the laying of ashes on Wednesday, or Odin's Day, which the Christian Church appropriated. So Wednesday continued to be used as the day of laying on of ashes. And I'm going to leave all these links below for you. And here's another historical record that was around AD 800 to the 11th century. So why Wednesday? Well, the name Wednesday derives from two mighty but distinct gods. The Old English word for Wednesday indicates that the day was named for the Germanic god Woden. And so this is all about Woden. He's also known as Odin. Woden's Day equals Wednesday. And I did a YouTube about this. Are the days of the week named after pagan gods? And I'm sure you have noticed that, yes, they are. And there's Woden's Day right in the middle. We have studied a lot about other names for Nimrod and Odin and Woden. Also our names for Nimrod, and that all comes from Babylon. So why the cross? Well, the ashes symbolize, this is what the church says, death and repentance, emphasized by the words the priest says when he's applying the cross on the forehead. Remember that you are dust, and dust you shall return. So the 40 days of Lent symbolize the 40 years that Tammuz lived, and Lent ends with Easter, when it's tradition to eat ham, because that symbolizes how Tammuz was killed by a wild boar. But Ash Wednesday is when the mark of Tammuz is placed on foreheads, and the cross is a T for Tammuz. Ash Wednesday marks the first day of Lent. And they had to adjust that so that Ash Wednesday would be fixed, so that Lent would be long enough to encompass the 40 days. What does the worship of Tammuz have to do with the sign of the cross? Well, according to Alexander Hislop, Tammuz was intimately associated with the Babylonian mystery religions, Nimrod, Semiramis. He was the sun. And the original form of the Babylonian letter T was a Ta, identical to the crosses used today in this world's Christianity. And so this was the initial of Tammuz. So long before Yeshua's crucifixion, or maybe you say Jesus, long before his crucifixion, the cross symbolized the Babylonian god Tammuz. So I did a video about this. What does the worship of Tammuz have to do with the Lent and the cross? The 40 days of Lent symbolizes the remembrance of Tammuz. And so please read Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith Yah, learn not the way of the heathen. Yes, the Bible does mention sackcloth and ashes and fasting, but not in this way. Matthew 6:16 says, moreover, when you fast, do not be like the hypocrites with a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces that they may appear to other men to be fasting. So to be sure, those who observe modern Christian practices are religious, and they may have personal conviction, but they're missing a vital element of faith, and they're lacking the truth. So Mark 7:7 says, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. So please like if this is a blessing to you, and please share with your friends that love Yeshua. I'm sure that it's about a week away here, Ash Wednesday. I'm sure they're not aware of the meaning of ashes and Wednesday. So Revelation 18:4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye receive not of her sins, and ye receive not of her plagues. So remember, I am short and sweet, and I'll see you next time, Yah willing. Thank you for being here today.